What is up, everybody? Mike here doing a video today about why driving a manual transmission car can really suck. Now, driving a manual transmission car is a great experience most of the time, and before anyone gets upset, I am driving a manual right now. This is my daily driver Corvette manual. But so don't want anyone to get the wrong idea, but anyway, there are definitely some times that driving a manual really pisses me off, and I'm sure everyone else as well can relate to this. Number one is when you get into a traffic jam, and you know, traffic jams are annoying enough as it is for driving an automatic, but when you're driving a manual, not only is a traffic jam frustrating because you're not going anywhere, but you also have to do a lot of work. It's a constant motion of your leg, and the key really when you have a manual transmission car and you're in traffic is just to not get caught up in the bumper-to-bumper game. What you have to do is just kind of sit back, let cars get ahead of you for a little while, and then go. That way you can just kind of roll in second gear. But then people behind you get pissed off, and then they're beeping at you because you're like, oh, go, I want to stop at that person's bumper now 10 feet ahead. I'm mad. And it's stupid, and it's also frustrating because we all know that traffic jams are 99% of the time caused by horrible drivers who can't merge or do whatever. So getting in a traffic jam with a manual car, definitely very, very frustrating. The other thing that's frustrating when you're driving a manual car is starting on a steep hill where people don't give you any room. Now, for an experienced manual driver, you know, it's not such a big deal. You don't roll backwards, but still, and maybe other people don't even experience this problem. Not that it's a problem, but it does still, it annoys me, the fact that people get so close when you're driving a manual car, and I guess they don't know you're driving a manual car, so I can't expect them, okay, don't go to green light then, that's fine. And I get, you know, you can't expect them to know, but there's some people that get like 6 inches off your rear bumper, which I wouldn't do regardless. So, I mean, you shouldn't do regardless. And when you're driving a manual car, you know, even you don't want to ride your clutch, so you might rock back just a little bit, not a lot. And even so, it just makes you a little bit nervous when people don't give you any space at all on a very steep hill. Another thing that's definitely very annoying when you're driving a manual transmission car is getting behind someone who's doing the wrong speed. And what I mean by that is when you're driving a manual, your car for different gears has different cruising speeds, where it's like very relaxed and just the perfect cruising speed for your car in that particular gear. What annoys me is when you get behind someone who either is A, not driving at a decent speed so that you can't, okay, rocks in the middle of the road. So when you're driving at someone who's just going in between those speeds, so it's not like, so I can't go in third gear because my revs are a little too high, and I can't go in fourth because they're a little too low. So I'm constantly shifting back between, especially, now this is the big one, when they alter their speeds. You know, when you're driving an automatic, it's not such a big deal, but when you're in a manual, it'd be nice to just cruise around without having to shift on a back road or something. But when you have people that are going between 50 and 30 miles an hour for no reason, then you have to compensate for what they're doing, and that's very annoying. And I'm just sitting here like, pick a speed and just go for it. Why? Then, you know, you'll see people, they'll be going 20 miles an hour, then all of a sudden they're doing 40 miles an hour. It's just, you know, probably not paying attention to what even planet they're on, but whatever. That can get very annoying when you're driving a manual transmission car too. The other downside to owning and driving a manual transmission car is that at this point in time, it is slower than most modern automatics, and that's not a problem for me or most people who drive manuals, because we just don't care. We drive a manual not because it's the fastest or it's a 1/10 of a second quicker to 60 miles an hour. We drive it because it's fun and we prefer it. But it still gets annoying to constantly hear people say, "Whoa, the automatic's faster." I think that's a little bit like, I don't know, it just gets a little bit ridiculous in today's day and age how much value people put on those precious 1/10 of a second to get to 60 miles an hour. All right, and then the last thing I have on my list here is just a little bonus, is that driving a manual car can really suck after leg day at the gym. Now, of course, every day is arm day, so I rarely do leg day, but when I do and I have to drive the manual car, the next day it can be a little bit difficult just because the Corvette especially has a pretty heavy clutch, and it can really hurt the little calf muscles a little bit when you're driving around. But that's pretty much it. That's the only list. I wanted to make this list just to kind of go over. My manual car video is the most popular video on my channel, so I wanted to make a little follow-up to that. But I really couldn't, as you can see, I really couldn't come up with a whole lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, I got the police. I have no inspection stickers on my car at all. Never got the car inspected, so hopefully he doesn't turn around. But anyway, yeah, that's all I could come up with as far as the reasons why driving a manual transmission car can suck. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Always appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this short little vlog. Take care. Have a great day.